Welcome back, coin lovers, history buffs, and collectors of rare treasure. Today's episode is going to change the way you look at one of Australia's most iconic and underrated pieces of currency, the 50-cent coin. You might think of it as just another 12-sided coin in your change, but don't be fooled. Some of these coins, minted in specific years, with unique features and limited circulation, are now among the most valuable and expensive Australian coins ever created. And with the current action heating up in today's coin market, demand is soaring and values are skyrocketing. So whether you're new to coin collecting, a seasoned numismatist, or just curious to know if that old coin in your drawer is worth a fortune, this video is for you. Let's get started. First up, the 1994 Australian 50-cent commemorative coin, issued to mark the International Year of the Family, a United Nations initiative that shone a global spotlight on the power of familial bonds. Though your coin may rest in damaged circulated condition, it remains a precious artifact, one that could someday transform from a forgotten relic into a surprising windfall, especially in today's increasingly nostalgic and value-hungry collector market. Flip the coin to its reverse, and you'll immediately be greeted by a design unlike any other in Australian numismatics. No monarchs, no kangaroos or coats of arms, just a child's drawing of a family, simple yet profound, holding hands in unity and framed by the powerful emblem of the United Nations. Created by Carolyn Rosser, this design captures innocence, universality, and hope in the most relatable visual language, a child's crayon-styled sketch. To the right, the unmistakable UN family symbol proudly signifies the coin's deeper purpose, to honor the family as the cornerstone of society. Below, in Latin script, the inscriptions read, Australia 1994, 50 cents, offering not just denomination and date, but anchoring the coin in a specific moment of international collaboration and compassion. On the obverse, we find the dignified portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maklauf, a depiction used on Australian coinage from 1985 to 1998. The Queen is crowned with the royal diadem, facing right, with the standard inscription, Elizabeth II, Australia 1994. Even in a damaged circulated condition, her profile retains grace and symbolic continuity, reminding collectors of the coin's official status and regal lineage. This combination of a regal obverse and a humanitarian reverse gives the coin a rare duality. It's both stately and deeply emotional. As for technical specifications, this commemorative piece still adheres to the standard parameters of Australia's 12-sided 50-cent coins. Mass, 15.55 grams. Diameter, 31.65 millimeters. Thickness, 2.00 millimeters. Edge, plain, not reeded. Composition, 75% copper, 25% nickel, copper-nickel. Shape, dodecagonal, 12-sided. Designer, reverse Carolyn Rosser. Mintage, approximate, 20 million. Issued, circulation coin, but now considered a semi-key collector commemorative. Though the mintage was healthy at 20 million, not many examples have survived the passage of 3 decades in collectible shape. Most are scratched, worn, or damaged, like the one you're holding, but that doesn't diminish its story. In fact, circulated coins like yours carry their own kind of charm. They've been passed between countless families, carried in wallets, used in transactions, and possibly even gifted across generations. They're coins that have lived the very theme they commemorate. But what about value? For a 1994 50-cent coin in damaged circulated condition, its base market value is typically around $1 to $2 AUD. However, coins in uncirculated or proof-like condition can command $20 to $40 Australian dollars, especially when housed in official mint packaging or presented as part of a special edition set. High-grade examples, graded MS65 or higher, can push that number to $80 plus AUD when certified. What collectors now crave are story-rich, emotionally resonant coins, and the International Year of the Family theme makes this one especially appealing to sentimental and thematic collectors. Beyond the physical, there's another reason this coin may skyrocket in value: emotional relevance. As society becomes more fragmented and digital, coins that celebrate timeless values like family, unity, and love become far more than collectibles. They become symbols of what truly matters. Future generations may look back on this coin not just as currency, but as a philosophical artifact, a reminder that amid global change, the family remains the world's most enduring foundation. Collectors today are building full runs of Australia's commemorative 50-cent coins, and the 1994 edition is a must-have in that set. Its unique reverse design stands out among the sea of crests, sports themes, and military tributes. It's not flashy, it's heartfelt. It's not rare in the traditional sense, but emotionally, it's in a league of its own. And in a market that increasingly values meaning as much as material, this coin's true worth may only just be beginning to shine. The 1994 Australian 50-cent family coin, even in damaged circulated condition, is a small masterpiece of meaning and memory. It reminds us that coins aren't just about metal, they're about moments. With its childlike charm, heartfelt symbolism, and global message of love and togetherness, this coin might just be the quiet underdog of your collection. A future treasure, a current classic, and perhaps one day, a surprise millionaire maker. Next up, the 1996 Australian 50-cent coin, a piece that many Australians may overlook in their change, but which could be hiding incredible value right in plain sight. With a striking design, a limited mintage, and increasing collector demand, this coin has earned its place among Australia's most sought-after modern treasures. For anyone lucky enough to hold one in excellent condition, this could very well be the coin that turns an everyday collector into a millionaire. Let's begin with a bit of historical backdrop. The 50-cent coin was first introduced in 1966 in round silver form, but it was quickly replaced in 1969 with the dodecagonal, or 12-sided, version we know today. The 1996 edition didn't commemorate a major national event, which often means fewer people hoarded it. Ironically, this lack of attention at the time has contributed to its scarcity today. Unlike flashy commemorative coins, the 1996 piece slipped quietly into circulation. But for serious numismatists, that's exactly what makes it so valuable now. What makes this coin truly special is the unique combination of its design, minting quality, and scarcity. On the obverse, the front, is the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maklauf, which graced Australian coins from 1985 to 1998. Her regal portrait is bold and detailed, particularly in high-grade coins where even the strands of her hair remain sharp and distinct. The reverse features the iconic Australian coat of arms, a brilliant composition showcasing the kangaroo and emu, both native to Australia and carefully chosen as national symbols because they are animals that never walk backward, representing progress. The intricate detail in the kangaroo's muscular frame and the emu's feathers is astonishing in coins preserved in excellent condition. Surrounding them is a 7-pointed Commonwealth star and a flowing ribbon with the words, Australia 50 cents. In terms of specifications, this coin boasts a diameter of 31.65 millimeters, a thickness of 2.50 millimeters, and a weight of 15.55 grams. It is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, which gives it a silvery sheen that's surprisingly lustrous when well preserved. The distinct 12-sided edge is not just for aesthetic appeal. It also makes the coin easier to identify by touch, especially for the visually impaired. These physical features, when combined with sharp strikes and minimal wear, make the 1996 edition one of the most aesthetically pleasing coins of the late 20th century. Now here's where things get very interesting: rarity and condition. While millions of 50-cent coins are minted each year, only a limited number survive in excellent or uncirculated condition. The 1996 edition is especially elusive in top grade. Coins from this year were heavily circulated, and very few were preserved by collectors at the time. Today, it is rare to find a 1996 50-cent coin with pristine fields, no nicks, and full luster. If you have a coin that appears sharp, undamaged, and maintains its original shine, you could be holding onto a serious piece of wealth. In fact, third-party coin grading agencies have awarded only a limited number of these coins with high mint state grades, adding to the scarcity of investment-worthy examples. Collectors and investors alike are now turning their attention toward coins from the 1990s that are unexpectedly hard to find in premium condition. As a result, the 1996 Australian 50-cent coin has seen a surge in demand, especially among international buyers. Online auction platforms, numismatic conventions, and private sales have all reported increased interest in this coin, especially from markets like the United States, Canada, and the UK. As Australian currency continues to gain historical and cultural interest globally, this particular edition is becoming a standout favorite. Let's talk numbers, because this is where the heart starts to race. A well-worn 1996 50-cent coin might still fetch a modest premium over face value, especially from entry-level collectors. However, coins in very fine or extremely fine condition can command between $50 and $150 depending on the buyer and platform. But here's the game changer. High-grade examples, particularly those graded by PCGS or NGC at MS66 or higher, have been known to sell for upwards of $3,000 to $5,000, and in some cases, even more depending on the shine and strike quality. Factor in the compounding effect of future demand, and this coin has the potential to break the five-figure ceiling in the years ahead. What makes this coin a millionaire's dream isn't just its current value, it's the trajectory. As more collectors compete for fewer pristine examples, the market becomes hotter, and coins that once flew under the radar now reach astronomical values. The 1996 50-cent coin in excellent condition is one such hidden gem. Its blend of understated rarity, cultural symbolism, and condition-based value sets the stage for potentially massive returns in the future. So, how do you know if your 1996 coin is the real deal? Look for crispness in the queen's hair curls and clear detail in the kangaroo's fur and emu's feathers. The legends around the coin's rim should be sharp, with no signs of flattening. Avoid coins with visible scratches, or around the edges, or discoloration, though some toned coins can still be highly valuable depending on collector preferences. And if your coin looks spectacular, consider getting it graded. The difference between an ungraded coin and a professionally certified one can be thousands of dollars. To wrap it all up, the 1996 Australian 50-cent coin is more than just a metallic disc. It's a symbol of untapped opportunity. For those lucky enough to find one in excellent condition, it may represent one of the best-kept secrets in Australian numismatics. It combines historic elegance, iconic design, limited survival in top condition, and a rapidly growing collector base to deliver a recipe for long-term value. This isn't just a coin, it's a golden, or should we say, silver nickel, ticket to potential financial transformation. So check your drawers. Dig into those old coin jars. Revisit that inherited coin collection from your grandparents. Because if a shimmering 1996 50-cent piece is hiding in there, especially one preserved in minty brilliance, you might just be holding the very coin that launches your journey to becoming Australia's next coin millionaire. Next up, the 1997 Australian 50-cent coin, a piece of the nation's circulating currency that could, under the right conditions, be worth far more than its face value. While it might seem like just another silver-colored 12-sided coin, collectors and investors alike know that the 1997 edition holds secrets of rarity, demand, and potential fortune. And if you've got one in very good condition, it's time to take a second look, because this seemingly simple coin could be your gateway to a life-changing discovery. Let's begin with the rich history that brings meaning to every 50-cent coin in Australia. The 50-cent piece has long been a staple of Australian currency, first introduced in 1966 in a round silver form. That version was quickly withdrawn due to confusion with the 20-cent coin and rising silver prices. In 1969, the dodecagonal, or 12-sided, coin we know today was born. Since then, the coin has become an iconic symbol of Australian currency, with some years producing regular circulation designs and others featuring limited commemorative releases. While the 1997 coin was not minted to commemorate a specific event, that quiet normalcy is exactly what gives it its unexpected value. Visually and artistically, the 1997 50-cent coin carries the timeless designs that Australians recognize and admire. On the obverse, we see the elegant effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by British artist Raphael Maklauf. Her regal portrait reflects sophistication and dignity, with intricate attention given to the crown, facial expression, and even the fine curls in her hair. These details are especially pronounced in coins preserved in very good or better condition. The reverse features the Commonwealth coat of arms, an elaborate and meaningful symbol that displays Australia's national identity with pride, flanked by the kangaroo and emu, two animals that symbolize forward motion. The coat of arms is crowned by the seven-pointed Commonwealth star and surrounded by an ornate scroll bearing the word Australia and the coin's denomination, 50 cents. It is not just a coin, it's a miniature work of art in metal. When it comes to specifications, the 1997 Australian 50-cent coin retains the standard dimensions set forth decades earlier. It weighs 15.55 grams, has a diameter of 31.65 millimeters, and is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it its signature silvery tone. The coin's dodecagonal shape isn't just for style, it's also functional, helping Australians easily differentiate it by touch from other coins in their pockets. In very good condition, the coin should still retain its original sharpness in the lettering and minimal wear across the faces of both the Queen and the coat of arms. Some natural tarnish or tone is acceptable, but heavy scratching or smoothing drastically reduces its value. Now, let's talk about what really drives this coin into the spotlight: rarity and condition. Unlike commemorative coins that attract immediate collector attention, the 1997 issue slipped under the radar. It was produced as a standard circulation coin and minted in relatively moderate numbers. But here's the twist. Many of these coins were heavily used, meaning very few have survived in premium collectible condition. The ones that have managed to stay intact, without deep scratches, heavy dulling, or edge wear, are now catching the eyes of collectors across Australia and even internationally. With the 1990s coins rising in collectability due to generational nostalgia and limited high-grade survivors, the 1997 coin has become a sleeper hit in the world of numismatics. The collector demand for high-grade Australian 50-cent coins from the 1990s is on the rise. We're now entering an era where coins that were once considered too modern to matter are aging into vintage status. Collectors are hunting down 1990s-era coins in exceptional condition, and that includes the 1997 issue. Combine that with increasing interest from overseas numismatists and Australian expatriates, and you've got a growing market for well-preserved specimens. More and more collectors are seeking full sets of high-grade 1990s 50-cent coins, and they're willing to pay top dollar to complete them, especially with coins that are hard to find in pristine or near-pristine states. Now for the part you've been waiting for, the value. While an average 1997 50-cent coin in worn condition might only net a few dollars from hobby collectors, coins in very good condition, with most original details intact and only light signs of circulation, can sell for $20 to $50 Australian dollars, depending on the buyer and the platform. However, the real gold mine lies in extremely fine to uncirculated coins. Coins that have never been in general circulation or that were stored carefully in collections since minting can fetch $200 to $500 Australian dollars, especially if they're graded and certified by a reputable third-party service like PCGS or NGC. And rare examples that reach grades like MS66 or higher could skyrocket to $1,000 or more, particularly as collector interest continues to build. Imagine, then, what this coin could be worth in just a few more years. As supplies dwindle and demand intensifies, the value of premium coins from modest mintage years like 1997 is expected to rise dramatically. The people who secure their coins now, before the gold rush begins, will be the ones who profit the most. That's what makes this coin a true millionaire maker for the long-term investor. It might not bring instant riches, but with the right market momentum, a small collection of high-grade 1997 50-cent coins could evolve into a serious financial asset. So, how do you identify a valuable 1997 50-cent coin in your own stash? Start by examining the details. Look for crisp lettering around the edges, clear and defined textures in the Queen's portrait and the kangaroo and emu. Avoid coins that are heavily scratched, dull, or worn down. Even coins with some light toning or minor edge marks can be valuable if the central design elements are sharp. And if you believe your coin is something special, it's absolutely worth getting it graded and protected, because third-party authentication can dramatically increase the resale value and credibility of your coin. To summarize, the 1997 Australian 50-cent coin might appear ordinary on the surface, but underneath its humble silver exterior lies a wealth of opportunity. With its iconic national design, classic specifications, and increasing scarcity in top condition, this coin is quietly becoming one of the hottest items in the Australian numismatic world. Whether you're a passionate collector, a casual enthusiast, or someone simply curious about that coin you found in a drawer, the message is clear. Don't underestimate the 1997 50-cent coin. It could be your doorway into a richer, more rewarding future, literally. So dig through your coin jars, recheck your old wallets, and revisit that childhood coin album tucked away in the attic. Because if you find a 1997 50-cent coin in very good condition or better, you just might be holding on to a small fortune. And remember, every millionaire's journey starts with recognizing the value that others overlook. Next up, the 1985 Australian 50-cent coin, a coin that has gained legendary status among serious numismatists and collectors in the know. If you've stumbled upon one in excellent condition, you may be holding far more than pocket change. This coin could be your secret gateway to a serious windfall, a quiet treasure that, under the right circumstances, might just make you a millionaire. Let's begin by diving into the historical context that gives this coin such immense value. The Australian 50-cent piece as we know it, a 12-sided silver-toned coin, was introduced in 1969 to replace the short-lived round 1966 version, which contained 80% silver. The dodecagonal design, unique among global coinage, quickly became iconic. But the 1985 issue stands out for one critical reason: its extremely low mintage. While millions of 50-cent coins were struck in earlier and later years, the 1985 edition saw a remarkably low production of only 1 million coins. To put that in perspective, some years produced up to 20 million or more. This makes the 1985 coin one of the rarest standard circulation 50-cent coins in Australian numismatic history. Now, let's examine the design, the essence of what makes this coin both beautiful and collectible. On the obverse, we are introduced to a new regal portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, crafted by esteemed British sculptor Raphael Maklauf. This was the first year his effigy appeared on Australian coinage, replacing the previous design by Arnold Machin. Maklauf's rendition presents the Queen with a serene, dignified expression, adorned in the royal diadem and elegant drapery. His attention to fine detail, especially in the hair curls, facial features, and regal posture, brought a fresh sophistication to Australian coins. In excellent condition, the 1985 coin still showcases every intricate line and shadow, making the Queen appear almost lifelike. On the reverse side, we find the Australian coat of arms, one of the most complex and symbolic designs ever to grace a circulating coin. A proud kangaroo and majestic emu flank the central shield, which itself contains 6 segments representing the 6 Australian states. Above the shield rests the 7-pointed Commonwealth star, symbolizing unity across the Federation. In high-grade examples, every element, from the fur texture of the kangaroo to the fine feathering of the emu, is crisp and sharp, revealing the full artistry of the die strike. All this detail fits within the coin's 12-sided shape, making it instantly recognizable and uniquely Australian. From a technical standpoint, the 1985 50-cent coin carries standard specifications for the series: a weight of 15.55 grams, a diameter of 31.65 millimeters, and a thickness of 2.50 millimeters. It's composed of a copper-nickel alloy, 75% copper and 25% nickel, which gives it that eye-catching silvery sheen. Coins in excellent condition will often retain their original luster and resist tarnishing, though some develop attractive natural toning over time that collectors find highly desirable. The coin's 12-edged shape not only provides tactile uniqueness, but also reflects a brilliant engineering solution, reducing confusion with other coins and making it easier to pick out of change, even by touch. Let's move into the heart of its allure: rarity and condition. As mentioned earlier, only 1 million of these coins were minted in 1985. Compared to common circulation coins, this number is minuscule. Many of these coins were lost, heavily circulated, or damaged over time. That makes surviving specimens in excellent condition extraordinarily scarce. Coins that were preserved in collections, kept out of everyday use, or stored in mint rolls now represent a very limited population. And in numismatics, rarity drives demand, and demand drives value. Over the past decade, interest in 1980s Australian coinage has skyrocketed. The 1985 50-cent coin, with its historical importance and stunning scarcity, has become one of the most hunted coins in Australian coin collecting circles. Collectors across the country, and even overseas, are competing fiercely to secure high-quality examples, and the prices show it. While a heavily circulated 1985 coin might fetch $15 to $30 Australian dollars, coins in very fine to extremely fine condition regularly sell for $100 to $300 AUD. But here's where things get truly exciting. Coins in uncirculated or brilliant uncirculated condition, especially those graded by PCGS or NGC at MS65 or higher, have commanded prices of $1,000 to $3,000 Australian dollars, and in rare, flawless examples, even $5,000 or more. That's not just a good return on 50 cents. That's the kind of return that can change lives. Imagine the potential value if you happen to own multiple 1985 coins in excellent condition, or even a mint roll of them. You're not just sitting on a stack of coins. You could be holding tens of thousands of dollars in numismatic value. And as time goes on, the number of high-quality 1985 coins only shrinks further, while the collector base keeps growing. It's the perfect storm of low supply and increasing demand. If there ever was a coin from Australia's decimal series with millionaire potential, this is it. So, how can you tell if your 1985 coin is worth a fortune? Look closely at the Queen's hair, the fine lettering, and the detail on the coat of arms. In excellent condition, the coin should have minimal wear, full design visibility, and ideally, original mint luster. Any scratches, dings, or discoloration can reduce its grade, but even coins with minor wear can hold significant value. If your coin looks pristine, it's worth sending it to a professional grading service. The difference in value between an ungraded coin and a slabbed, certified high-grade coin can be thousands of dollars. In summary, the 1985 Australian 50-cent coin is not just a collectible, it's a national treasure in disguise. It represents a unique intersection of low mintage, historical transition, and artistic excellence. For collectors, it offers prestige and scarcity. For investors, it provides long-term value growth. And for everyday Australians, it's a reminder that sometimes the most valuable things are hiding in plain sight. In a world where commemorative coins often steal the spotlight, this quiet achiever has built a reputation as one of the most profitable coins in modern Australian numismatics. So don't dismiss those old coin jars, forgotten purses, or dusty drawers. Take the time to look closely, because if you find a 1985 50-cent coin in excellent condition, you just might be holding a key to your next big financial breakthrough. And in the grand world of coins, where every cent counts, this particular 50 cents could be the most valuable piece you ever own. If you're fascinated by stories like this, hit the like button, subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, and tap that notification bell so you never miss another chance to turn change into riches. Who knows? The next coin that makes headlines might be one that's already in your pocket.